Hi, I'm Ebenezer7. That's my gamer tag on Xbox Live. And what I want to talk about today is both systems. You know what I'm talking about. PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Those two are going through some big battles right now. I mean, I think it's more the consumers itself than the companies itself, even though they're actually going at war. But I mean, it's a business for them too, Sony and Microsoft. So these battles are nothing new to them. So I'm pretty sure they have a protocol of what to do, and they go at it as what they plan. And if they need to adjust, they'll adjust, and they'll move forward from them. They want to make money. Of course, they want to please their consumers. They want to please consumers, but they also want to make money. So it's all about money. Putting that aside, there's a big battle going on right now. PlayStation 4, they've definitely won the sales by a huge margin. I mean, they're up there in sales. They're selling really, really well. I mean, I don't know the exact numbers. I know there, I don't know, 5 million consoles worldwide they've sold, or a little bit more than that. I mean, they're up there in the numbers. And Xbox One has only sold maybe 3 million, around there, barely, a little bit over 3 million worldwide. I mean, not worldwide, because Xbox One has only been out to only 13 countries, and PS4 has been out over that. So definitely they have an advantage in that aspect over Xbox One. But definitely they have clearly beat Xbox One on sales to this point. So the big battle right now is, of course, resolution. I mean, it's like everything you see is, oh, this game is 1080p, oh, this game is 720, Xbox One is horrible because resolution is bad, and PS4 is amazing because the graphics are amazing. I'm not really going to get into that, and if I am, I'm going to get just a little bit into it. I don't want to get into this big war thing. I mean, I love gaming. I mean, I'm not saying that I know everything about games, because I don't. I mean, I love my Xbox One. That's the console that I own. That was my own choice, and I mean, I love Halo. That's one of my biggest games right there for me. So definitely I was going to go with Xbox no matter what. And I think it's a great system. Do I think the PS4 is a bad system? No, I don't think the PS4 is a bad system. Have I used the PS4? Yes, I have a good friend that has his PlayStation 4, and he has only PlayStation 4, and I play Killzone a little bit on his system. I played Call of Duty Ghosts in his system, and they play great. I mean, I didn't want to play the online multiplayer and experience the multiplayer, but the graphics were really nice and crisp, and I think the system is really good. Do I still think the Xbox One is better? I cannot say which system is better over the other one, because both systems are great at what they do. Better graphics, go with a PlayStation 4 that's what really you're into. But you gotta think about it this way. PlayStation 4, the mechanics of the PlayStation 4, from what I understand, are a lot easier to work with than Microsoft. That's kind of like the way I kind of figure things out. Because when you look at it this way, the only game out there right now that's 1080p naturally, and also running at 60 frames per second, not 30, but running at 60 frames per second, and also 1080p, is Forza 5 from Xbox One. That's the only game out there that actually meets those two, 60 frames and 1080p. PlayStation 4 has Killzone with 1080p, but it's only running 30 frames per second. And I just found out, I think it was today or a couple of days ago. Yeah, I think it was today. I was just looking at some sites, and the multiplayer in Killzone was barely hitting 720p. So when you think about it, I mean, resolution, is it a big deal? It's up to the consumer. It's the one that actually decides, and to this point, PS4 has had the edge with the resolution, and people are going for that. I think the games are the most important thing, but PlayStation 4 has some amazing games. I mean, they have a lot of indie games. That's their main focus right now, indie games. They have a lot of good indie games that are coming. They have that monthly things. Is it every 3 months or 2 months? I'm not sure. That they have free games and they're doing really well with that, with the people that have PlayStation Plus, and they're doing really good. A lot of people are liking that. They don't have a lot of big exclusives, maybe Killzone, but that game wasn't, I mean, it wasn't great. I mean, graphically it was beautiful, but you can say the same thing about Rise Son of Rome. Rise, I thought the gameplay was great. You know, I thought the Rise was a beautiful game, but a lot of people just said it was pure graphics. Didn't like the game at all. A lot of people were in that kind of same way about Rise, that it was a beautiful game, but that was about it for Rise. So, you know, both consoles have, you know, their own thing. So right now the big topic is resolution. My view on it. As an Xbox owner, by getting an Xbox, I'm telling you right away that I don't really care about resolution. Because if I did care about resolution, I'll be having a PlayStation 4. But the only thing I care is about the games. I can clearly tell you that by owning Halo, because I'm a Halo fan. So I got the Xbox because of Halo. Meaning that I don't really care about the graphics. I just care about the multiplayer. I love the multiplayer in Halo. I think the story is epic. I think it's great. I think it has a lot of future. And definitely Halo is better than Killzone. I mean, flat out, that's not even a discussion. So definitely you can tell that I don't really care about resolution that much. Do I like resolution? Yes, of course. You know, definitely I love it. I mean, I love technology. I'm a tech person myself, and definitely I think resolution is a big aspect of it. But I think that eventually we'll start getting more games as the developers get used to the technology that's being used on the Xbox One to reach 1080p and 60 frames. Yes, they did it with Forza, but who worked in Forza? Microsoft Studios. Microsoft Studios, they know the console. They know what they can give with the console. So that means that they were able to give that 1080p and 60 frames per second. Rise, Crytek worked on Rise. They're not Microsoft Studios. So pretty much, you know, that's something that we're getting used to, and I think they did a great job of having it at 900p and 60 frames per second. So, you know, everybody has their own opinion. My bottom line about all this topic and just all this talk about resolution, which one is a better system, Xbox One or PlayStation 4, I mean, it's all up to the consumer. I think Xbox One is a great system. I think the innovation on the Xbox One are way ahead than the PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 stayed to the same gaming experience that they've had for years. I mean, they haven't really evolved that much. They added some sharing, you know, things on the PlayStation 4 so that you can share your, you know, your gaming and stuff like that. But not a lot of innovation on it. They do streaming, but Xbox One's gonna have streaming soon on March. Soon as Titanfall launches, Twitch for Xbox One is gonna be up and rolling. And so, you know, when you think about it, both consoles are great for what they do. Do I think one is above the other one? I really don't. And this comes from an Xbox fan that I loves Xbox and loves Halo. I haven't had a PlayStation since PlayStation 2. I was a PlayStation fan, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and as soon as PlayStation 2 ended, you know, I pretty much got away from gaming for a while, and I really never had a game that was like my main game that I was like, oh my god, that game is amazing. No, I played the basic racing games, sports game, in my PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, of course Tomb Raider. Wasn't a fan back in the day for Tomb Raider, you know, all those games for PlayStation and PlayStation 2. But you know, when I started getting back to gaming, Xbox 360 was there, Halo was there. That's what got me, and since then I've been back in gaming, and all that thanks to Halo, because Halo was a great story. It made me care about gaming again, and I just fell into the story. And since I got into that, I mean, now I've been playing other games, of course mainly Halo, but it has gotten me back to gaming. So that's what a great IP can do. You know, Xbox had that with Halo. You know, PlayStation had that with other games as well, like God of War and other great IPs that they have. You know, they have The Last of Us. That was a great IP. I never got to play it, but I heard it was great. You know, I mean, it didn't attract me that much, but I heard it was really good. So, you know, to close this and not to keep talking about it, my point of view at the end of everything is that both systems are great. Consumers are the ones that are going to decide. If you want a system that's just for gaming and you love the games better for the PlayStation 4, then go for that. If you like the games better for the Xbox One, it's all about software. I always say the games that you like the best, that's what's going to decide what console you're going to go for. You know, if you're a person that can have both, good for you, man. You're definitely privileged because not a lot of people can buy both consoles. But if you can, good for you. And PC, that's another story. That's another story that that's a hardcore gamers usually are where the PC is. So anyways, that's my point of view. Both systems are great. We'll see how everything goes. Halo's going to be coming later this year, and we don't know anything about it. We got to pay attention to E3. And E3, we're going to know a lot of things for both systems, for PlayStation 4 and for Xbox One. Both are great systems, and let's just let consumers decide on which one's going to win at the end. I think this is great for the gaming community, you know, getting everybody hyped up about it and which one is better. Oh, mine's better, mine's better. It's just great for gaming. So it's just going to push developers to create better games and for each console and each system. So the future is going to be awesome for gaming, so we'll see what happens. That's my point of view. Get what you want and enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ebenezer7. Later.